We're here for the SportFight Atlanta press conference, which will be held tomorrow night from the North Atlanta Trade Center in Norcross, Georgia. Once again, Mr. Dave Vitkay is standing to my left with Knuckle Up Fitness in Sandy Springs, Georgia. Mr. Carroll is standing to my right from Team Superior in Claremont, North Carolina, and we're going to go to the press now. We got Nikki with MMA inside the cage. Go ahead, Nikki.
I was wondering, for Roger Carroll, would you say that you are more of a stand-up guy or the ground?
I'm well-rounded. I like to do stand-up and ground. I just like to, wherever the fight's going to go, that's what I'll do.
We thinking we're going to have a good competition, or we got this?
No, he's a very well-rounded opponent. He's had a lot of, he's 12-1. Everybody give him a hand on that, guys. That don't come overnight. He's put his time in as well. He's a very good opponent. My thing is to go out and put him in my game plan.
Okay, thanks.
My name's Chris. I got a question for Dave Vitkay. How hard have you trained for this fight?
Trained really hard for this fight, man. Cardio, nutrition, whole 9 yards, man.
And how was your training camp?
It's awesome. Over at Knuckle Up Fitness, got some good guys to train with. And I've had a lot of guys come out and actually train with me for Roger because they've competed against Roger, so they want to see me win.
Good luck to both of y'all.
All right, Roger. Starts with you. Big time submission, correct? You motion wins come submission.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 9 submissions and then 1 referee stoppage due to strikes. He tapped out due to the strikes, but it was.
Okay. So you've been keeping a lot of your training on the ground. I mean, you've been.
No, I do everything.
You do it all. You mix it up.
I run a school full time.
Okay.
It's like I tell everybody, I teach judo, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, kickboxing, wrestling, sambo. I do it all. I'm a one-stop shop. And, you have to be well-rounded in everything you do. And that's one thing I've learned from all my instructors is that, where you're weakest is where you need to focus the most, When I first started fighting as an amateur, I was more of a ground specialist, and guys would come out there and slam me, and I'd catch them in something, I like to stand up and fight.
Oh yeah.
The problem is I'll start standing up and fight, and they'll take me down. So, I have to, my thing is to allow them to give me what I want. You understand?
Definitely.
Fighting, that's the best way. It's not about who's the strongest or who's the hardest hitter. You got hard knockout artists, you got great submission artists. I just enjoy fighting.
Well, Dave, you ready to stand up and bang?
I'll do wherever the fight takes us.
All right. I'm looking forward to it.
Question for Dave. You look like a big guy.
Did you have to cut much weight for this fight? This morning I was 198 and I weighed in at 186.5.
Is that your training weight?
I walk around about 205 usually. So, I mean it's not easy, but I'll make it happen. So.
This question is for both of you, but I'll start with Mr. Carroll. What are your predictions for the fight?
I feel like it's going to be a war. I feel like it's going to be a main event of the century for them. He's trained with a lot of guys that I've fought down here, and a lot of big name guys that are down here. And that's the thing. And something like we were talking about earlier. When you lose, all you do is go back and fix your game. All you do is try to make yourself that much better. So where they lost in their fights, he's made them better. Everybody understand that? So for me, this is going to be a new challenge for me because he knows what I caught everybody else in. He's not going to make the same mistakes they did. So, everybody gets caught. It's just whoever's the better fighter that night. Me personally, train hard, watch your weight, eat right, live what you preach. About it.
But before, I would like to add, he has fought some very tough guys here in the Atlanta area. He pulled off a win over Tex Johnson, right? Who else?
Clint Hester, Tim Stout, fought Dave Newborn.
So him coming here to Georgia, he's by far not the favorite. He's beat a lot of guys who were maybe even supposed to win. He took Tim Stout to a very long fight, right?
Yeah, we went to the second round.
And Stout could have possibly been winning some of the fight, but you caught him in a submission, right?
The thing about that fight was the first thing is when we fought in a square cage, so it was a boxing ring. It was for Wild Bills. No, it wasn't. It was for Kings of Atlanta. When we fought, like, I don't know how the Atlanta people do, but I was in mount. I took Tim down, and I got in mount, and I was throwing punches and elbows and stuff. I don't know how they stop fights here when it comes to, like in North Carolina and other states that fight. If you hit somebody 5 consecutive times, they stop the fight. 38 consecutive times. You know what I'm saying? And I went for a stupid armbar. But, sometimes that wasn't what I was supposed to end them with, And that night I showed that I could take a really good punch. Tim's got bricks in his hands. And he told me after the fight was over, he told me I had bricks in my hands as well. So I learned that I could throw punches that night.
I didn't answer your question.
You didn't.
I know we're fighting a tough guy. I know it's going to be an excellent fight.
Do it. Not working.
Roger's a tough guy.
Hey, yeah, y'all go sit together.
No, I mean, Roger's a tough guy. He's beat some good names around here, so I'm expecting a war. For the fans, it's going to be great, but I'm expecting to win. I mean, I didn't take the fight to lose, So I'm expecting a TKO is what I'm banking on.